In this video, you're going to see how to make the most gorgeous Hawaiian-themed birthday cake. Subscribe and ring the bell if you want to learn how to make the most delicious cakes. And have some fun in the kitchen with me and Scott. This cake is my coconut recipe, which is in my book, Wedding Cakes with Lorelie Step by Step. And this is the lemon curd. Fill your cakes generously. This is one of my best-selling cakes. This is the crumb coat, which you can do with a cream cheese icing. Wrap that in plastic and then put it in the fridge until you're ready to finish it. My book, Wedding Cakes with Lorelie Step by Step, can be found on Amazon, and it has charts for large-scale cakes and the most delicious recipes. For the tropical flower, you want to use gum paste, so I'm taking fondant and I'm adding Tylose powder. Just a little bit of Tylose powder will do, and then you let it sit wrapped in plastic for about an hour. If you want to see a detailed tutorial on how to make tropical flowers with gum paste, the way I do it, I will leave a link for you below and at the end of the video. These are impression mats by Wilton, and you can also get those on Amazon. I will leave a link for you below. You can make all kinds of cool things with these mats and to make more realistic looking flowers. This is the little centerpiece. You can use a tiny dab of water, or you can use gum glue, which I'm going to use later on in the video. And this is a hibiscus flower. Let those dry overnight at least. Sometimes it needs a little more time depending on the temperature and the moisture in the house, etc. And this is the leaves, which I am just using a scissors to make it look like a tropical leaf by cutting out little parts. While those are drying, you want to bring your cake back out. Now in this case, you might want to do first a coat of regular buttercream, and then the colored buttercream over that. This is lime green, and I made this with leaf green and yellow. You want to put it on fairly thick and then scrape it down to make it nice and smooth. I'm leaving the edges rough. Now for the wrap, I'm going to need 28 inches for an 8-inch cake. And I'm just taking some fondant here and stretching it out into a piece that's going to wrap around the cake. And I want to give it some texture. So you can use various things for this, but I'm going to use the veiner because I want to have like a palm leaf look on it. And you'll understand why when you see the cake. You can furl the edges with a foam pad and a round fondant tool. You want to make this pretty thin. And then very carefully place it onto the cake. It will stick to the buttercream. You may need to readjust it a little bit. I think this is a really cool way to use fondant, and it's kind of like a new style for me. I really enjoy doing these cakes, and I hope that you're inspired to try it yourself. Now these are the little calyxes for what I'm going to make here, which is the jasmine flower. I have a full tutorial on how to make the jasmine flower, so again, I'm just going to leave a link for you so you can go check that out. These flowers are also known as Hawaiian wedding flowers, and you see these a lot in wedding bouquets. They're from Madagascar, but I figured they're from an island, so that's close enough. This is the gum glue I was talking about, and it's just fondant or gum paste with some water mixed in, and it makes a glue. It's a little stronger than just using the water. And then I'm going to make some other tropical looking flowers. They're made with the dogwood cutter and dogwood impression mat, and I will leave a link to the dogwood flower because it's pretty much the same thing as what I'm doing here. And the gold is a beautiful edging on this. I use Ideal brand, and you can find the link below to my Amazon shop and find it there. All you do is mix it with a little bit of vodka or any extract, a clear extract. And same thing here, this is petal dust. It's green petal dust mixed with a little bit of extract. And I'm just painting in the leaves. I was going to leave them white, but then I thought, how cool would it be if they were green? And you can practice on a little piece of fondant. Buttercream pearls make a really pretty border for this elegant cake. And a gum paste silver dollar. Finishing off the flowers with the centers and letting them dry. Now I'm using some little stamens, little ones that I bought at the craft shop. Finally, the flowers are going on, and you just want to use a little dab of buttercream. And a touch of yellow petal dust in the centers of the jasmine. Trailing them down the cake is a really beautiful way to use these flowers. Some leaves to finish it off. The green needed to be a little bit darker here, so you can always go back in and touch it up. One way to write on a cake is with melted chocolate. This is a paper piping cone, which I have a tutorial on that as well, and this is a number, I believe it's a 1 tip, just a little round tip. Because I'm doing it on a piece of fondant, if I mess this up, I can always redo it, so I'd rather do it that way than put it onto the cake. And also, once the chocolate cools, you can always peel off the pieces and redo as well. Happy birthday to Lisa. Ha'ole la hano ya'oe.